Back in the mid-2000s, two artists were at the top of their game, Sean Kingston and Chamillionaire. Both made millions from hit records, tours, and fame. But today, their lives couldn't be more different. While both made an estimated $2 million at the peak of their respective music careers, Sean Kingston is reportedly currently worth about $400,000 and in jail for fraud, while Chamillionaire is worth an estimated $50 million and respected as a savvy investor and entrepreneur. So what made the difference? It wasn't talent, it wasn't luck, it was how they used their money. And this is where the 4 F's of wealth come in. A simple way to see the 4 different paths through which the money we make flow out of our lives, and just like Chamillionaire, to grow your wealth from what you earn. Welcome to the Wealth Code, where we take you on the journey from broke to billionaire. Now, let's dive right in. Understanding the 4 F's starts with drawing the wealth quadrant. At the top of the quadrant is the source, which shows where your income comes from. Whether a job, business, investment, asset, or any other way, money enters your pocket. Once money comes in from the source, it trickles down to any of the F's. The first F is fundamentals. These are the basic needs that keep your life steady. Food, shelter, clothing, transport, healthcare, and a little savings for emergencies. Everyone pays for these, but how much you spend depends on your financial reality. When your basics are secure, you feel secure. When they're not, everything feels unstable. Sean Kingston's fundamentals were expensive. He reportedly spent heavily on a luxury lifestyle, including an $86,000 custom bed and a bulletproof Cadillac Escalade worth about $159,700. He also rented a Southwest Ranches mansion for $15,000 to $20,000 per month. Court filings mention a 232-inch LED screen in the house valued at $150,000. On top of that, he spent big on jewelry, about $480,000 on watches and accessories. And to cap it all, he bought a 64 crayons custom chain valued at $500,000. Chamillionaire spent on the basics too, but even his big purchases were strategic, not ego-driven. He took a mortgage on a 7,583 square foot mansion in the Woodlands, worth about $2.1 million, with 5 bedrooms, a media room, a game room, and a 4-car garage. It looked like the typical rapper lifestyle, but when the real estate market dipped in 2010, he let the house go into foreclosure and simply walked away, saying it made no business sense to keep paying for a place he never enjoyed because touring kept him on the road. The same thinking shaped his approach to cars. He bought his cars outright and kept them clean and functional. You need fundamentals, but like Chamillionaire, you must be strategic with them. Once people are done getting the fundamentals, they move to the next quadrant. This is where things get exciting. The second F, fun, is everything we spend on joy, vacations, parties, eating out, hobbies, little luxuries. This category is pure enjoyment. It's not about survival. It's about the things that make us smile, relax, and feel alive. Money spent in these 2 quadrants makes up your lifestyle spending and never return to you. These expenses rise with your income, a trap called lifestyle inflation. And if the source dries up or diminishes, there is likely to be major crisis in your financial life. Few records show Sean Kingston and Chamillionaire's fun spending, but they clearly indulged. For Sean, spending became more than money. It was ego, identity, emotion. And like it's usual in the music industry, his fame soon begins to drop. The money stopped pouring in like before, and when his lifestyle outpaced his cash, he crossed a line most wouldn't dare. His move? If he couldn't afford it, he'd fake it. Buy first, pay never. His partner in this high-stakes game? His mother, Mama Kingston, who was previously convicted for fraud. Together, they pulled off scams. First stop, a high-end jewelry store. Sean spots a $285,000 watch. He loved it, picked it, told the seller he'd wire the money. Mama Kingston runs a fake wire transfer, the jeweler believes it, and Sean walks out with the watch. Next, he lures a jeweler to an LA mansion, grabs $500,000 in jewelry, pays a little upfront, and offers a Range Rover for the rest. He tells the jeweler to wait in the mansion. He's off to Jamaica and will return soon. While the jeweler waits, a stranger tours the house. Turns out the mansion is an Airbnb and the Range Rover isn't registered in Sean's name. In 2023, Sean pulls a similar scam for a $150,000 232-inch TV. By May 2024, law enforcement raids his Florida home, arresting his mother. Days later, Sean is picked up in California. By 2025, both are convicted on multiple fraud charges. Sean gets 42 months in federal prison. His mother, Janice Turner, 5 years. Being financially careful enough to avoid jail like Sean Kingston for fundamentals and fun is smart, but it doesn't guarantee wealth. Real wealth lies on the other side of the quadrant where the third F comes in. The third F is the most important and the most ignored. Chamillionaire did not ignore it, and that's where he differentiated himself. While music brought him fame, he was quietly mastering money and business. One day, another artist, Nelly, told him, "Audit your label." He did. A top auditor found over $600,000 in royalties Universal Records hid from him. But he didn't just take the money, he turned it into power. He told Universal, "Release me or I'll teach every artist to audit their books." They backed down and released both him and his money. Suddenly, Chamillionaire controlled his career, his music, and his money. That's foundation, the third F. The foundation of wealth is mastering your money, owning the right mindset, and surrounding yourself with people who push you higher. It's not just money, it's knowing how it moves, protecting yourself, and forging the mindset and network to win. Here's the crazy part. People spend years studying a trade or profession to earn money, but learn nothing about handling that money. When the money comes, they blow it all on fundamentals and fun, thinking making more will fix everything. When it comes to building lasting wealth, there's a big information gap, and only a solid foundation can bridge it. Without it, you're exposed. That's exactly what happened with Sean Kingston. Imagine this. His $500,000 custom crayon chain was worn only a few times before his sister shipped it to a New York jeweler, but insured it for just $500. It went missing in transit and has never been recovered. $500,000 gone just like that. Foundation is the most important piece of the wealth puzzle. That's why the Wealth Code channel focuses on it and why you should follow or subscribe if you're serious about building wealth. Once you bridge the information gap and connect with the right people, you'll gain the capacity to succeed in the fourth F. The fourth F is fortune. This is where you put everything you've learned to work by getting assets and investments. Wealth is built through these assets. There are different asset classes, but those who succeed in the wealth game focus on one or two, studying them deeply to lay the foundation for building their wealth. Chamillionaire chose investing in startups, and to cement his foundation in it, he studied the subject deeply and later worked as an entrepreneur in residence at Upfront, where he further learned how to evaluate startups like top venture capitalists. As his music career's doors closed, Chamillionaire turned to startup investing, quietly building one of hip-hop's smartest portfolios. He made a major early bet on Maker Studios, investing $1.5 million and walking away with over $20 million when Disney acquired it for about $500 million. He also backed Cruise Automation, bought by GM, got in early on Lyft, and invested in Ring, later acquired by Amazon. Beyond investing, he launched Canvas, a 15-second video app for authentic connections. His track record reflects a long-term vision, financial literacy, and disciplined wealth building, making him a rare artist who turned early music success into lasting, diversified wealth. Sean Kingston, meanwhile, did nothing in the fortune quadrant. He spent on cars, jewelry, watches, and oversized electronics. They looked impressive, but lost value fast, creating no long-term wealth. As income grows, people often think about investing, but fall into a common trap, jumping straight to fortune without first building foundation. Instead of mastering the basics, they rely on professionals who push stocks, bonds, and similar investments. While these can grow over time, they drain the present to feed an uncertain future, sacrificing now for gains that are not guaranteed. The solution is simple, but only comes with a solid financial foundation. There are two types of assets: cash flow assets, pay you regularly, like rent, stock dividends, or business profits. Capital gains assets grow in value over time, like stocks, bonds, or collectibles sold later for profit. Without understanding this, you'll struggle. You might become asset rich and cash poor, following advisors who earn commissions from your investments. You end up starving today for an uncertain future. On paper, you have wealth, but in reality, you're broke each month. That's the danger of skipping foundation and rushing into fortune. You end up with things that drain instead of feed you. The truly wealthy focus on cash flow assets first. They acquire assets that generate income now, giving them more to enjoy life and buy even more assets simultaneously. Here's the key lesson from the 4F quadrant. Money flowing from your source into lifestyle, fundamentals, and fun vanishes the moment you spend it. Gone. Money that flows into wealth building, foundation, and fortune either earns for you now, like cash flow assets, or grows to serve you later, like capital gains. This is how money works for you, not against you. Now think, which F are you stuck in? Trapped by fundamentals? Overspending on fun? Skipping your foundation? Or already chasing fortune? Drop your answer in the comments, and if you want to strengthen your foundation and move toward real fortune, subscribe to The Wealth Code. That's what we're here for. And if you only little money to grow your wealth, check out our other video, How to Make Money Without Using Money, for practical strategies to acquire assets even with limited resources.